How do you know which Wiccan deities to work with? Hi, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, and if you're new to this channel and you want to find out more about how to practice as a witch or a Wiccan, hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss anything. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can find your deities to work with in a consistent, regular way. When you're doing spell work, there are often many deities that are good for working with for specific things. For example, if you're doing money magic or wealth magic, Jupiter is a great deity to work with. If you are doing love magic, you may want to work with Venus. But rather than always having like dial a deity for when you're wanting to do spell work, a lot of people want to build a relationship with various deities, maybe one or two deities, or just a small handful of deities. And when you first start, it's really hard to know which deities they are going to be because there's just so many of them. So what you do when you first start is start with where you're at, your culture, your ethnicity, and go and do some research into who the deities are from your cultural heritage and see if you resonate with any of them when you read up about them. Then, if there are any deities that you feel a connection to, and it will be a heart connection, it will be a connection, you will feel drawn to these deities. Then go and do some meditation and ask the deities to reveal themselves to you. Now, they may not do that during a meditation. They may do it in a dream. They may do it through signs and symbols, animals that might cross your path, incidents that might happen, things you might see on TV, maybe symbols that are associated with these deities. Always keep an eye out for anything that may come through. So there are two things that you can do. Go to your own culture and ethnicity, do your research, and then go and do some meditation and see if any of the deities will reveal themselves to you. Another thing that you can do is to look out for any signs that keep repeating themselves to you. So there might be symbols. Different deities have different symbols associated with them. So you might find that symbols are coming to you and you don't know what they mean. If you look up the symbol and what deities are associated with those symbols, you may find that that's the way that the deity is trying to communicate with you. Always put a message out there that you are looking to connect to the right deity, and they will find you. In fact, it is more of a case that they're going to find you more than you finding them. They're going to reveal themselves to you in some way rather than you running after them. Now, when you first start in the path, you don't need to have a matron or a patron deity. You can just simply work with the goddess and the god. And as you become more aware of yourself and as you explore and tune in more, the right deities will come to you. They will reveal themselves to you. It's a case of being patient and being open. And it could be as simple thing as looking up at the moon and then a deity comes into your head. You allow it to be there and then you may feel a pull towards that deity, and then you'll go and find that something else has come up in your email that's related to that deity, or you see something in a book about a symbol of that deity and you start to piece those little pieces together. So that a lot of it is signs and symbols that you'll be getting from your environment as to which deity you're going to be working with at that time. You will find that there will be a number of deities that will come in and out of your life at different times in your life. You may have a matron or a patron deity that is with you for most of your life, but then you may also find that other deities will come in, like mentoring deities, or you may be working with a deity for a month, or another deity for a couple of years. It really just depends on where you are on the path and what you need and who you need to work with. So there's no cut and dry answer to working with deities or finding the deities. When you do find your deity or your deity finds you, it's a heart connection. Honor that deity and build a relationship with them through including them in your daily practice, including them in your offerings. When you're constructing your circle, calling on them to bless and be part of your circle. And always being mindful of their presence with you. Praying, chanting, all of those things, even coming up with your own chants to that deity or those deities, will help you build a rapport with them. It's a relationship. In paganism, it really is about building relationships with deities. It's not like these deities are, up there somewhere separate from us, because they're not separate from us at all. They're a part of us and we're a part of them. So there is no need to worship them. There's no need to bow down before them, because that is not what they're about. They are really about helping us be who we are. And that is really the best way you can honor them, is to do the work, build a relationship with them, study anything that comes acrosses your path. It might be a course or something that crosses your path that is to do with that particular deity. If you can afford to go ahead with the course, do that, because that's how you will build a relationship with them, and often that's how they'll manifest to you. When I first started working in paganism, I didn't work with specific deities. I worked with the goddess and the god. No particular deity resonated with me in the sense of being a matron or a patron deity. I worked with different deities, but in spells and things and in rituals with covens, but I didn't have a patron deity or a matron deity for about 10 years into the craft. And the deity that came up for me was Tara within the Buddhist pantheon. And it was only until I started exploring Buddhism in order to find out more about meditation and a lot of the inner work that I actually came across my matron deity. But having said that, even though she is my matron deity, I also work with other deities for certain periods of time as well, because they have something to offer and to teach me and to guide me. So you don't have to stick to the same deity. That's the whole idea of being polytheistic, is that you may have a matron or a patron, but you also can work with other deities as well. Deities are beyond ego, so they're not going to get jealous because you're working with another one. That's a very ego thing. It's a very human thing. And if anybody says that any deities are of that more ego nature, then they're either wrong, or they're not that high level deity that is beyond ego. So let me know how that goes for you. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this with your friends. And if you do want to take your Wiccan study, your witchcraft study further and learn from a mentor, as well as be part of a group online, I do have the Mystery Witch School 101 12-month membership training that you can join at any time and be able to know where to start, know what to do, build your skills in a safe and friendly environment. So check that out. Details are below the video. Otherwise, blessed be, and I'll see you on the next video.